evening, and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor, presented by Barstool News Network. It is Thursday, January 9th, 2020, and we've got nothing special to announce today, so let's get into it.
What are you talking about? The fucking asparagus lady was right. We have so much special to announce.
Shit, yeah, okay. So at the top, what happened there?
Wes?
She was correct. The asparagus does not lie, and that's what she told us was going to happen.
She said a couple royals would die and a couple royals would resign from being royals.
Yep, and we'll get into that story a little bit later, but she's on a heater.
It's fucking crazy.
Oh, shit, so that's another one of the we're going to talk about her again today? Nice.
We're going to talk about what she predicted right, what's going on with that, because it is kind of big news.
Amazing. What else we got going on today? Because I'm going first, so I'll just take it away after you guys.
Not much else. I tweeted at the asparagus lady to try to get her on the show, so hopefully that's happening.
I've got a couple of absurd what should be What the Fuck Wednesday stories that were written in by listeners a day late, so I'm covering just random
it's like half
crazy
What the Fuck
stories.
Nice. Pat, what you got for us?
I'm mostly talking about Elon Musk's baby.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, let's get into it. I am going to go with Iran up first for the fourth day in a row. And normally you wouldn't want to go last in a train of four with these four fellas, us, the Hard Factor crew. But sometimes I get lucky and draw the fun day once in a while. And why am I lucky, guys? Why is
I call force.
Yeah, why is it lucky to go last in this news train?
I don't know. Why?
Because it was good news.
It was great news, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because after the fourth day of madness, since we've been covering this every day, after the missile strike that killed General Qasem Soleimani, things are pretty much done. It's looking like.
Well, hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. Right. Hopefully it stays that way. Those missile attacks we talked about last night, Pat was dead on when he said that he heard, quote unquote, early reports that we knew about him. We did, apparently, and the USA and Iraqi soldiers sidestepped those rockets with laughable ease. And then basically Iran kind of said, like, we're still pissed, but we're cool to call it over if you are, USA, bro. And then I know that's not the exact actual facts there, but
no, that's what they said.
No, I mean, at least Iranian Americans do say bro a lot, guy
They
and
had
buddy.
they had the Iron Sheik say those exact words.
I mean, it was something. Basically, every report was
Wrestling
that
reference.
was it the government? Exactly. I mean, he was saying it. Every single representative for the Iranian government was saying, "Hey, we can chill out if we want to." To which President Trump responded on Wednesday morning with a little speech where he came out and then he was basically like this: "You're never gonna have a nuke, Iran. Okay, next up, I'm going to keep riding your ass with economic sanctions and shut up because my rockets are fucking huge, okay? You're crazy, and I'm not your boy like Obama that paid for those other missiles, and you're still crazy, but I love you, especially the people. Thank you, DT, Donald Trump 2020. I'm out."
You were close. Well, I watched the thing. He didn't pronounce the H in huge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it wasn't a great impersonation.
Huge.
But yeah, essentially that was the gist of the speech. It was a short speech.
He came out so hot before he even said good morning with the hotness with they'll never get a nuke, and I was like, uh-oh. And then he calmed it down and said, we're probably not going to retaliate with force unless they retaliate again, and we'll just give them economic sanctions until they cool down. So it was like, all right, good, sweet.
What if it was like some secret agreement that they had, like where Trump was like, listen, if you fuck with us, we're going to destroy you. But, hey, we're going to clear these bases. We'll let you shoot a few rockets over there, save a little face, and then everything will be cool.
Well, Wes, that is one of the theories, or that Iran came up with that themselves, and that Iran tipped off Iraqi bases and said, we're going to shoot these.
Okay.
So, like, that's one of the theories. The other theory is that Iran is sneaky, and they're going to attack us later, and that they still tipped them off, knew that they weren't going to kill anyone, knew that the U.S. might. Who cares? The bottom line is right now it's looking good.
Yeah.
No one knows, and a lot of people have theories. Who gives a shit as long as we're not at war and no one's dying? Who cares?
Yeah.
Well,
like theories.
a couple Iraqi homies died, unfortunately.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought the announcement this morning was that there was no casualties. So
I believe there were two. I'll double check them. I'll update you. I'm
okay.
pretty sure it's
well, unfortunate.
apologies there.
They get hit by cars or something?
No.
Oh.
Well, the plane crash too was very, very sad.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna get into that, but yeah,
sorry.
basically, you guys are right. I mean, it's looking good, but it's weird. Congress is mad. Both sides are mad at Trump because he didn't give them enough intel in their military briefings, allegedly, and then they're gonna vote on Thursday to limit his powers, something like that. Iran can't exactly be thrilled considering they're picking up the pieces from the plane crash you guys mentioned, where everybody on board was killed. It was a 737 MAX at Tehran Airport. Then
it wasn't a MAX, was it? No,
it was. It was
a
the Max 800. It was one of the ones that's grounded in the U.S.
Gotta be fucking kidding
Not
me.
good for
serious.
Boeing.
Yeah, seriously.
Yikes.
Even though it was probably blown up by the Iranians. But
Yeah.
it was
Well,
gonna, it was going down anyway.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, well,
Pat,
Pat,
come
that's a
on.
good point. Well,
with
Pat,
you,
we
Pat.
don't. We'll never know. We'll never know because Iran is not sharing the black box with anybody.
No, they're not.
Totally
No,
normal
they're not.
stuff there.
Right. So they can't exactly be thrilled. They also had earthquakes same night. Insane.
That's just God, Will.
Yeah.
That's just God coming in and saying,
That was karma. God karma.
yeah, keep praying to your
Yeah.
God, evil Iranians.
yeah.
Oh man, Pat's coming in
I
hot
said
tonight.
evil. One, yeah, there's a modifier there.
Yeah, we know you said evil.
Yeah, we heard you. You're coming in hot on Iran.
Yeah, just talk
tonight.
about the evil
Right.
ones, not all of them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ones that are praying to my
I
God.
said evil.
I'm all down
No,
with.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so Pat's that
screw
hot.
all of them.
Exactly. So they can't be feeling too great
See how
right now.
God turned the heat up a little bit, putting it near a nuclear power
It was
plant?
a very tense, rough
Well,
night in Iran last
and the American people.
Tuesday night.
And the American people. Like, think about the
Oh,
Twitter
yeah.
reaction. The whole World War III thing happened, right?
I had
so
a
like
tough time doing the show last night. It was,
everybody was put through the ringer.
I was very anxious. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark looked like he was ready to get on a jet ski or something. Very nervous.
I'm not a bad
You
jet
don't want
skier.
Mark on motorsports.
So, anyways, we're not at World War III as of now. Hopefully, it stays that way. And this is another quote unquote bad hombre Trump has on the trophy shelf for the 2020 campaign, and that is going to take us over to Predictit. Let's talk about how this impacts the market. And I know for me, this sort of sealed things up for me. I bought.
It ruined me, Will.
I maxed myself out with Trump in the general 2020.
You're talking about him winning the 2020 election.
Right.
You put more shares into him.
More
winning.
shares in. I already had several shares, but I went to personally as high as I'm going to go
What
with
is
him.
he at? What is he at to win the 2020 election?
He is at 49 cents right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Coin flip.
Right.
True double.
Yeah, exactly.
Double up,
so
yeah.
that's basically even odds. And I felt like this
I like
thing
that bet a
sealed.
lot.
Me too.
You guys,
Asparagus lady likes that bet too.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good bet.
Strong.
Yeah.
The only part I don't like about that bet, I think that you're going to win that bet. I think you're going to double up. The only part I don't like about that bet is you have to wait
Long time.
a
Yeah, it's
year. You got to
it's
wait a
long
year.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
but-
say, Will,
yeah, of course, but like you're going to want to get stock in at certain times. The reason that you want to get these bets in, right? So right now in the general, I'm holding Trump at 45 cents on average. So that's better than a double up. And then I'm holding Bernie at like 11 cents on average. And so Bernie, at this point, he's up to 20.
I like
so
both
he's
those bets.
right. So what I'm saying is that
for
you
the-
need
for
to
the
be
odds.
looking at the election markets early. You can't just wait until the last day and then say, all right, I'm going to take a future on the 2020 election. You got to keep an eye on the market moving.
Can we spill the beans too? Our intern Cam came up with a money line comparison.
I love that.
So Bernie Sanders is like, we'll just say
Plus
10
300
cents.
right now.
So,
Biden and Bernie are kind of both plus 300.
So right now Trump's at 49 or 50 cents, so he's plus 200 to win the presidency. So like we have a comparison
Even
of
odds.
the shares to like the sports lines of plus and minuses
Right.
that we can share with people that are interested in or their brains work better
Yeah.
with sports lines. Yeah.
Which is most. And, Will, I will say there were 4 U.S. casualties yesterday.
Oh, there were?
And they were Benjamin Franklin's out of my goddamn Predictit account is what they were.
Oh, what happened?
Because that Trump tweet market did not hit.
I got it.
Because Trump shut up.
Pat told me to dump all my winning shares.
It
markets.
seemed like that before
Well,
World War III
And
was going to start.
luckily, I only dumped half and then bought back
Yeah.
in for the same price. Yeah.
Yeah, Trump was cooling down. He made everybody wait for the speech this morning. He really relished the moment. He took advantage. All right, so no matter which way you think this presidential election is going to go in 2020, you need to go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20 to get your first $20 matched on us in the stock market of politics. This is the year to play. Good deals to be had, especially if
That's
you
right.
think that Trump at even odds is a good deal to repeat.
I've got currently over $1,000 in cash. My Predictit, and I'm going to put all of it into the debates on Tuesday.
Trying to make
Ooh,
I'm going to spend
nice.
1,000 plus on Tuesday.
Nice.
To win.
Riding heavy. That'll be a fun show.
Yep. All right, guys. I've got a couple of huge worldly news stories for you tonight. Actually, I already spoiled that earlier. I don't. I'm sure everyone will already have heard of these stories, but no, already spoiled.
Tease him better than that, Mark. Tease him better than that.
All right, too late. First story. Looks like we still have New Year's Eve stories trickling in.
Okay.
You know that feeling of dread the day you wake up from an extra hard night of partying and think, I'm not sure exactly everything that happened. I can't recall everything last night, but I know something was probably bad. I get this feeling of dread. Well, that's a lot of people on New Year's Day, like the guy that bit the hot girl's nose off in Canada we talked about yesterday, and like 61-year-old North Carolina man Donald Earl Willis.
Why did he have a bad New Year's Day?
3 names. Donald Earl Willis.
Oh, no.
You see what Donald Earl Willis did that he shouldn't have done on New Year's Eve is leave his phone at the house party he was at, and that's because on not New Year's Eve days, he likes to look at child porn.
Oh.
Allegedly.
Okay.
Well, probably
On
that
his
day
phone.
too, just not at the party.
Probably that day too. Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
that day too. I gotta go to the bathroom. Turns out he partied at his neighbor's house and left his phone, which he leaves unlocked.
Okay. Big mistake.
Yeah.
That's like 101 for child porn guys.
You gotta
You got get a strong passcode.
privacy screen lock your phone.
Come on.
Don't do it.
Don't be a pedophile.
It's a cry for help.
The next morning, his neighbor found his phone and tried to identify whose phone it was, saw that it was unlocked, and before finding identifying information like home, wife, mom, dad, address, he found a lot of porn, child porn.
Wasn't deep in the phone, huh?
Yeah, he went to the menu and boom, child porn.
Whoa,
Right in
like
his face.
lock screen.
almost like it was his wallpaper.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It was like it was the last thing you looked at.
Donald doesn't like it far from potential.
Hairless nutsack as his wallpaper.
Reach.
Um,
Oh, God.
A search warrant was executed on the phone, and basically they discovered, the police discovered quite a bit of child pornography featuring prepubescent children.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh,
it's
gross.
not.
Boy, that
Willis
phone was
was-
loaded, man. I'll tell you. That's a
I
good
mean,
one.
Yeah.
you feel bad for the kids. You also feel
It's
bad
terrible,
for
yeah.
the people that invited Willis to the party because you're like, oh, man, how did I not know?
Yeah, now they know.
I was hanging with a child mo.
By the way, if you think we're assholes or I'm an asshole, at MZ Ang Will wrote this in. Anyways, Willis was arrested Tuesday on 11 counts of third-degree sexual exploitations of a minor, and his bond set at $100,000. And that's that one.
So it's just a guy with a phone chock full of child porn.
Yeah.
I freak out if I
Like,
leave.
how does he not have a privacy screen?
I got no child porn on my
lock.
phone. Zero.
Yeah, me either.
That's good.
Zero.
I freak out if I leave my
Good.
phone.
What about your computer, Pat?
Keep
Zero.
it that way.
That's great.
Zero. But if you're a child porn
Yeah,
on the phone guy, you gotta think that he would have tried to make an effort to get the phone
No,
back
you're
once he
not-
realized he didn't have
You're
it.
not really a smart thinker if you're a child porn on the phone.
On the
Probably
phone guy.
shouldn't be going
Right,
over
yeah.
to your neighbor's house and making friends.
Yeah, they don't call him Practical Don.
I gotta have my child porn on the go. I gotta have it on my phone.
All right, guys. A McDonald's in Sacramento came up with a creative solution to deal with the problem of homeless people hanging around their store. And that is they blast bagpipe music from loudspeakers on the outside of the restaurant
I love it.
to annoy the homeless away. And just like the homeless, bagpipes take no days off, running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So I love it to get rid of the homeless people, but does it also get rid of customers?
Well, that's a good question there, Mark.
Yeah, they don't have a patio, do they?
Why would you want to go to the McDonald's if it's blasting bagpipe music?
Well, they have seen an uptick in Scottish customers.
Yeah, right?
Which is a positive. Not everyone's happy with McDonald's decision, namely anyone who lives
A lot of
within,
McFlurries being bought.
anyone who lives within earshot of the McDonald's.
Yeah.
Is
I think
fucking
it's a
pissed off.
McFlurry in
It's a
Scotland.
McFlurry.
I would
Is
think
that
that
Mac
would. I would think that would make them like cheers and drink even more if they were just playing bagpipe.
Homeless
music.
people are allergic to bagpipe music.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Once they convulse, they leave the property. Neighbors are fed up, guys. They're saying the music, quote, penetrates through their home walls and have been begging McDonald's to shut off the bagpipe music, to which the restaurant's manager responded that his hands are tied because the decision has come down from corporate, which I fucking love.
I highly doubt that.
I love that.
That's a
If
lie.
that's the case, I love that.
I'm going to call bold-faced lie on that.
You never know. That's what they're saying.
Ronald McDonald himself told me to
Yeah.
blare this music, and by golly, that's what I'm gonna do.
They thought about it long and hard, and they said to get rid of the homeless, it's 24-hour bagpipes.
Yeah, they got no police in this town.
Yeah.
All right, guys, in a slap to the face to the rest of humanity that would love to take their places and their pampered lives, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, a.k.a. the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are stepping down as senior members of the royal family and the responsibilities that come with it, like having dinner with the Queen once a week.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Oh,
They couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do dinner with grandma anymore, huh?
Yeah.
unlimited
they're-
money and jewelry
Right.
and all that.
Well, no, I think they probably still have the cash.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, what does
Pat.
this mean exactly?
Prince
So-
Harry. It means Prince Harry regrets marrying Meghan Markle.
Right. It means Meghan Markle's making his life a living hell
Yeah.
and has a few demands.
No fucking way. I think it means that Meghan Markle's like, hey, we don't have to do this bullshit. Let's just go be rich somewhere.
Well, I think that's probably right, Pat. So also that she is tired of dealing with Kate.
Sort
and
of
all that
rich
shit.
instead of Meghan
Started
rich.
dealing with Kate, her sister-in-law?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think it's
tell
few-
us, Brexit
few
West.
The official statement made on their Instagram page basically says they are going to going toward a more progressive role within the royal family. They aim to become financially independent, share their time between the UK and North America, I believe Canada, where they can give their son Archie a richer upbringing that will incorporate both royal traditions and American ones, all while giving them the space and freedom to pursue their new charitable ventures, which have yet to be fully disclosed. But I believe, they travel to Africa a lot. They're heavily involved in
Daddy's going to work at Starbucks.
Yeah.
This is not going to work out. When rich kids their whole lives are like, I want to be financially independent, it don't work out.
Yeah.
I wasn't a rich kid, and I can't even figure it out.
If I grew up knowing that I could have been royalty, but my parents stepped down and want me to work now, I'd be furious.
Luckily, something you never have to worry about.
That's right. It's nothing I have to worry
It's
about.
like that movie Knives Out. Can you imagine him going back for like dinners to the
No, he's not going
Buckingham
back.
Palace?
Well, I mean, if his brother dies, he has to go back. He's the king, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
can he relinquish that duty? I don't know.
This is like when Al Pacino tried not to be the Godfather. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
So
not going to work out.
Godfather's going to get you.
He's going to divorce Meghan Markle.
No.
I don't know. I think he's.
I know that's what her family wants.
That's what
Anyway.
he wants to.
Anyway, they're working closely. They're working closely with Her Majesty the Queen, Harry's brother William, their father Charles, and other members of the royal family. Probably not Andrew. This is the new age of royalty. They are young. They are hip. Meghan hates being a royal and wants her fucking freedom back and to stop being eye-rolled by William's wife, Kate. And Harry has no fucking choice but to go along with the woman he loves after what I presume have been, countless late-night conversations about how much she hates her life and can't stand it. A spokesman for the royal family said, quote, "We understand their desire to take a different approach, but these are complicated issues that will take time to work through. In order to be able to make money on their own, they must relinquish their ties to the sovereign grant, which apparently only accounts for 5% of their expenses. But the royal family is worth around $90 billion, and Harry himself is around $40 million. So go fuck yourself with this financial.
I think that's under too.
Yeah,
I think they're worth a lot more than that.
I think they are too. So yeah,
this is fucked up logic, but my logic here is very little disgusts me more than the fact that the royal family exists to begin with. But something that disgusts me more is a royal family member deciding to not be a royal.
Right. I mean,
I want the royal family to not exist, and then my logic is like this should make me happy that they're deciding to go be financial, but I'm not. I'm so mad at them, and I think they're idiots.
No, fuck yourself with this financial independence bullshit.
Yeah, because it's very entitled, right? Because it's like you have something that a normal person would be so like they can't even fathom the amount of riches, right?
It's literally a dream of countless.
It's like winning the Mega Millions every week and then giving the ticket to someone else.
Yeah.
Throwing in the trash.
I mean, just say you hate all the bullshit that comes with being a royal. You want to go live on a fucking beach or a ski mountain and have fun and raise little Archie.
It's pretty much what they're doing.
Yeah, but just say that. Don't be like, we want to be financially independent. No,
bullshit.
fuck that shit. You don't want to be financially independent. You just want to live your lives. So anyway, Asparagus Lady called that shit.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, we're going to keep following
We're going
her.
to try to get her on the show.
We are, yes.
She gets results, Asparagus
We're
Lady.
going to get her to tell us.
Throw her some Predictit markets.
Yeah, we're going to throw some Predictit markets and ask her to throw the asparagus in the
somebody
air.
was telling us on Twitter today, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Second serious story. The next story is so important that both at MikeAG96, longtime listener, first time shout out, and at CJD_391 asked us to cover it, even though it was sent in after What the Fuck Wednesday and isn't a Florida Man Friday story. So let's get into it. 50-year-old Mark Latunsky is accused of murdering his Grindr date on Christmas Eve by stabbing him in the back.
No, that's just what they call it.
And then hanging him upside down.
Oh, that's a murder.
Well, he slit his throat, then hung him upside down, and then cut off his testicles and ate them.
Oh.
Let me run that back real quick. So,
Oh,
stabbing him.
50-year-old guy killed 25-year-old Michigan man and hairstylist Kevin Bacon, who had to live with that name before getting stabbed, killed, and testicles ripped off and eaten, allegedly. And that's the story. Latunsky told detectives he cooked and ate his victim's testicles, apparently. And shockingly, guys, he suffers from a number of mental illnesses.
I'm just going to throw this out here. If I was going to cut a ball sack off, I would prefer that the person be upright instead of upside down.
No, because then it's at eye level. Okay, this is a fucked up conversation.
Yeah.
But no, it's at eye level if he's flipped upside down. You're going to be in the right
Bacon has
spot.
parents, guys.
You're not even going to get down. You're not even going to crouch down to cut the sack off?
No,
it's too much for you?
All right.
Kevin Bacon
got
had
back problems?
parents who were distraught. Has parents who had parents who were distraught, and his dad said evil does exist and it touched us, and he's not kidding. Thanks for sending this story in, fellas.
You call those Rocky Mountain boysters?
Oh, okay.
Oysters.
Yeah.
Oysters.
He was young, 25.
Rocky Mountain boysters. Yeah.
For the record, I feel
Delicacy for
bad
that guy.
Kevin.
Sorry, me too. I'm a sick fuck.
All right.
All right, guys. Coming as a surprise to anyone that's ever come in contact with him, Elon Musk got someone pregnant. No, I'm kidding. But he did. No, he did. That's
It was
right.
a robot?
Elon Musk's on-again, off-again girlfriend Grimes announced the pregnancy between the two by posting a naked photo on Instagram.
No
where
way.
she photoshopped a fully formed translucent fetus into her stomach. So totally normal stuff there.
It's going to come out like a half human, half vegetable, like an actual vegetable vegan style.
It's
like
demon seed.
Like a mentor.
This will actually be Elon's sixth child, which makes sense with how much he loves
He has
tunnels.
6 kids now?
This will be his sixth, yeah. 5 sons or some shit with the other ladies.
But he doesn't pay child support?
No, come on,
Is that
man.
alleged?
I don't know. That's alleged.
What's the weirdest invention that's going to come out of those 6 people? Like, you know, like there's going to be some weird shit that comes out of that.
I think odds-on favorite
A phone that daddy has to pick up.
Odds-on favorite for weirdest kid has got to be Grimes. Yeah, it's got to be Grimes' kid.
To
Yeah,
be
easily.
the most, like, the transcendent one?
What
Yes.
the
The
fuck?
chosen
Did you
one?
guys- Did you guys see this photo?
Yeah, in other news, Elon Musk said he's going to Mars earlier than thought. He's just bailing on him. He's out.
6 fucking kids.
Oh.
Not a lot of pictures with him and his kids, are there?
No, haven't seen one.
No.
Couldn't find one.
All right, we'll leave him alone.
Couldn't
All right,
find a
guys.
single one, huh?
I tried. Yeah, the only picture of his kid I could find is inside Grimes.
Well, his dad wasn't a great guy.
That
either, but-
fucking photo. Anyway.
All right, let's bring it home. Guys, you might not be able to tell this by looking at me, but I have never been on a cruise.
No.
But I've been.
Honestly,
You
Wes,
would fucking thrive on
I'm
cruise.
sure
honestly,
I will.
Wes, I think you have. I bet you have.
Well,
You might have forgotten it.
I've been to spring break in Panama City Beach. I've been to Vegas. I've been to an all-inclusive resort, and I've been on a boat. And I've seen the type of folks that love a good cruise above any other type of vacation.
They're built for you, my
So I
friend.
get the picture.
They're
And-
West people.
and
They,
Frank-
they're
yeah.
Key West.
Oh, yeah. And frankly, that's what I want. I've seen the commercials for those posh old people Viking River cruises, not exactly my speed, which is why Carnival's decision to tone down their cruise ship experience by banning certain types of clothing is a huge disappointment, and I really feel like I missed the boat. Hey. Carnival made the announcement that moving forward, they will ban all clothing that, quote, contain any messages that may be considered offensive or contain nudity, profanity, sexual innuendos or suggestions, clothing accessories that promote negative ethnic or racial, slurs,
That's gonna take
commentary,
out-
hatred, or violence.
That's 30% of the.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
listen. This is one of those messages that they put in an ad or their website and absolutely don't enforce at all.
Right. Like drinking,
once
too
you get on the boat,
Right.
nudity and all sorts of foul clothes and language is fine.
Right. I mean, I
Carnival.
I can get behind the racism and hatred.
Yes,
But
of course.
profanity,
Don't
nudity,
need that.
sexual innuendos. What the fuck do they expect half their
You
clientele
can
to
get
wear?
behind
Yeah.
racism.
No,
I
get
can get
behind
behind the-
getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Come on, Pat.
The
You're
regulations.
searching, Pat.
Yeah. That's mean, Pat.
Carnival says they don't aim to be the expression or clothing police, but that's exactly what they are becoming when 60-year-old Bill from Virginia isn't allowed to wear his hilarious "shuck me, suck me, eat me raw" T-shirt.
Yeah, did they address? Did they address federal body
It's a great
inspector
t-shirt.
shirts? Did they call those out specifically?
I'm sure that like the bikini T-shirts.
The one Carnival cruise I went on the first night,
Female
the
bodies.
first night we went to all the different things that we went to, like the open mic karaoke night. 2 14-year-old girls sung "My Neck, My Back, My Pussy, and My Crack."
This news has got to be devastating for guys that wear those big Johnson
There's no way
shirts.
Carnival can enforce this.
Yeah, those girls were so advanced.
Yeah.
for their age.
Donnie can't wear his "Who Ate All the Pussy" T-shirt.
Me.
Which is always a hit.
It's always him.
Yeah. So it's all they got. So take your kids on to Disneyland if you are offended, you lazy fucks. Walk around a little bit. What do you guys think? This is bullshit.
Well, Carnival, by the way, can't compete with Royal Caribbean in terms of like class. But so this is stupid. But Virgin Atlantic opening in 2020 an adults only cruise line.
Right, which is great for the singles.
Whoa.
Why would you go
Yeah,
on another
but
cruise?
fuck
Well,
that.
Captain
Exactly.
All do-
Exactly.
They don't
Wes.
have that many of them.
Yeah,
Not
but
that
I mean,
many.
imagine-
all-inclusive
Brand
resorts
new.
have all adult only. They should. I mean,
That's
Imagine the
cruise you
hot
wanna go
tub.
on.
Imagine the
Virgin
hot tub,
Atlantic
how dirty
cruises.
it's going to be.
Oh yeah, the hot tub.
On the Virgin Cruise Line, that's going to be the dirtiest hot tub. I will only buy those tickets if they had a guaranteed system that cleaned out the hot tub like immediately, the pool too, because that
Would
thing
you
is going
trust
to
it
be
even if they said, like,
disgusting.
come on. Yeah, I don't trust it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor. Remember, we have our phone lines open, our message lines open. Call 1480. Leave us a question, comment, whatever your heart desires. Remember, we have our live debate show next Tuesday, so get your Predictit account ready for that. It's a lot of fun, so ride with us and make some money. Thank you for helping us grow. Check out our blogs. We are going to be cranking out from here until infinity on Barstool's website. And most importantly, have a great fucking day.